Well, good morning. We're going to start in a standing position. So if you come to stand and just start getting your weight evenly distributed in your feet, just kind of feel your feet on your surface. Whether you're standing on a mat or you're just on your carpet at this point, I just want you to start moving through the feet, just to feel them waking up. And then go ahead and set the feet down, feeling like you have 50-50 weight in the feet. And we're going to soften the knees just a touch. Good. And from here, we're just going to take the arms up and overhead. So take a breath in through the nose and out the mouth. And in through the nose, out through the mouth. One more. In through the nose, arms overhead. Now let's drop only the left arm and give ourselves a little side bend over, reaching that right arm overhead, left arm slides down the leg. Take one more breath in, really trying to fill that right side. And use the right side, draw your trunk back upright. Let's take the left arm up and overhead. Let the right arm slide down the leg. Maybe not the most open area as we're starting our day. Right? If you find yourself doing this later in the day, you're going to feel how all these tissues feel different. And then coming back up to the top. We're going to take the right hand up and overhead, and we're just going to let it assist bringing our ear to our shoulder for a stretch. So I'm not wanting to be aggressive, but giving that little assistance so we can let the arm relax and let the head feel heavy and letting that arm assist in the stretch. Now let's bring our nose to our armpit and do a little extra assist. And again, letting that arm feel loose. Oh, that feels really good. And then nice and easy coming out of it. Let's take the other arm up and overhead, and we're just going to draw the ear towards the shoulder. Just keep that arm nice and loose. And then turn so that our nose is towards our underarm. And again, add that assist. You're going to feel this going through more of the back, the posterior neck. Arm stays loose. Head is heavy. Oh, I hope some of you are feeling what I'm feeling. You can feel that all the way down, like to the back of my mid scapula. And nice and easy letting go. And then we're just going to slowly take the head around in a circle. You may keep your eyes open, might be better. I don't want you to feel dizzy. And then go the other way around, circling the neck. And coming to center. Good, little shoulder rolls. So let's just get the shoulders moving here. So we're going to quick touch on all these joints. And then take that circle the other way. Good, and then just shake those arms out. So bring your right arm across your chest, and you're just going to hug it into your chest with your left arm, giving it that nice stretch. Oh, that feels good. I hope you feel that again, all the way back to your shoulder blades on your back side of your body. And then release, take it the other way. And a release. And then just let those arms sway side to side, just like nice el dente spaghetti. Let them just flap side to side. You can start letting your rib cage and your hips start to twist a little bit. Remember, knees are soft, so we don't want to lock our knees. We're trying to be very agile here. And we're starting to warm up the rotation of the spine. So we're just working down through the major joints here. Last couple. Nice loose arms. And then coming to standing. All right, so we're going to take it into the hips. So let's just go for the obvious first. I want you to stand with your feet fist width apart. And you're just going to take a knee up and put it down. So this just looks like a march, right? Ode to Tulip Time for those of you in West Michigan. So finding the little march, and I just want you to think about how your upper thigh bone is just moving in the socket, right? We have a pelvis here, and then we're just taking this bone up and up. It's just moving in the socket. One more to the left and then stay. Now let's take this leg out. So here we go, moving that way in the socket and down, and then other leg. So we'll just keep alternating. One leg lifts, then the other leg lifts. And again, we're just thinking about how that bone is moving around in all the options in the socket. You can stay facing just as you are. I'm going to turn, and now take it behind you and behind you. So a little different, right? I think when we go here, we start to feel, yes, here's the glutes, right? It's going to move a little bit differently than taking a knee up to your chest, for instance. A little less range back there. Two more. And then come to stand on both feet, fist width apart, soft knees. Now we're going to keep the legs in place, and we're going to move the pelvis. So what I would like you to do is take your left leg out to the side, and just let your toe lightly stay on the floor. Make sure your right knee is bent, right? We're moving here. So now you can put a finger on something if needs be. You're going to now let your body and your pelvis move around the head of the femur. So it doesn't matter which directions you're going. The idea is, can I lean to the side? Can I lean forward? Could I lean back? Now that upper thigh bone stays in one spot, you're now pivoting your pelvis around the head of that femur bone. That's very different. And then coming back into it. And even notice this is where you might start to sweat, right? As soon as my palms are sweating, as soon as you start doing that full body, your heat's gonna go up. Take the right leg out to the side. And from here, we're just gonna maybe start leaning left, taking your right foot off the floor. Then maybe we lean right. Maybe we're going forward. Ooh, leaning right's tricky. Maybe we're gonna lean back. So again, I'm just taking my trunk and my pelvis and pivoting all around on the head of the femur. So working on all those balancers. Ooh. And then coming back onto both feet. Beautiful. So just again, shift your weight side to side. Start picking a knee up. And when that foot comes off the floor, I want you to point your toes. Point your toes. You're almost going to act like there's a trampoline under each of your feet. Boing, boing, boing. Start warming up those tissues of the feet. Being a little more intentional. Spring, spring, right up through those toes. And then I think we've wrapped up from top to bottom. We're ready to roll. Great. All right, so take those legs out. Let your flesh be loose on the bones. Okay, so what I want to go through is an extension series, standing first. We're also going to end up doing it in a forward fold, and we'll eventually do it on our stomach. The motions will be the exact same. We're just going to play with gravity the 3 times we're doing extension work today. So the first place I want you to start is just taking your arms up and overhead. If this needs to be wider for you, it could be, okay? Eventually, you'll be in this position laying on your tummy. So kind of think that through. Eventually, this is a stomach position. So from here now, I want you to reach your arms behind you and let your chest and eyes look up to the ceiling and as far back as your eyes will go. And then coming back up, stand tall. So leaning back. Think about doing a back bend. You're just going to go right back. And then coming to the top. One more time, back bend. Easiest of all the back bends, everybody, because gravity is pulling us. And then coming up. Let your hands come to your forehead. So same thing. You're going to let yourself lean back, keeping your elbows wide and fingertips stacked on your forehead. And then just come back to tall. Soft knees, lean back. Open your chest towards the ceiling. Try to keep your elbows wide. And coming back. Hopefully starting to feel some work between the shoulder blades here. Elbows stay wide as you lean back. And coming to standing. Now reach those arms up and overhead and circle them out to the side. So here we are in breaststroke. Reach them up and overhead. So again, just think through, right? Eventually you're going to be on your stomach here. So we had arms overhead and lifting. And then we had the arms stacked under the forehead, lifting. And now here we are in breaststroke. Can we take it the other way? So go wide and then slide down. Widen up, slide down. Shoulder blades warmed and down, and shake those arms out. So just remember how that's going to look. We're going to repeat it now. All right, so we're going to go into a bit of a roll down. It's also an option to keep this a flat back approach. We're all going to end up in the flat back, but we're going to take a couple of hinge at the hips and come back up, and then we'll pause. So you're going to inhale those arms up. Knees are soft, and you're going to dive down. So this could be a rounded spine. This could also be a flat back. And there's the first glimpse of hamstrings, like good morning, and then taking it back up. So again, round back or flat. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, rounding down. Okay, everybody stay at the bottom. And now just think of your tail swooshing back and forth. You're like a happy puppy. Tail swooshing back and forth. Back and forth. Keep thinking of the tailbone lifting to the ceiling. We're just trying to lengthen out the back side of those legs here a moment. And now reach your tail to the ceiling, look at your thighs, and now let your arms and upper body sway side to side, like your arms are an elephant trunk. And then making your way back to center. Come all the way up to a tall stance. Use your abs, softening the knees. Good. Okay, we're going to stop halfway. So everybody inhale, arms up. Your arms are going to go forward, your tail is going to go back, and there's our position. So staying long from the fingertips to the tailbone, knees are soft. Here's where we're going to now lift the chest up and then go back to your flat table. Lift your chest and eyes up. Keep reaching that tailbone back. Heart lifts. And then lay flat on your table. One more time. Lift the chest, tail lifts. Reach that tail. And then back to your table. Now stack your hands under your forehead. Keep your tailbone reaching behind you. Try to lift that chest up like you're going to peek at the wall underneath your fingers. And then lower. And lift. Tailbone is still reaching. Knees are soft. Two more. Lift that chest and lower. Lift the chest. Laying flat on our table. Reach those arms overhead. It's breaststroke. So the tail is going to continually reach as we finish up here. We're going down the pool. Use those upper back muscles. Reach. Two more. Reach. Last one, reach. Let's reverse it. Arms go wide, then overhead, slide them down. Wide and overhead, slide them down. Two more. Wide and overhead, slide them down. Last one. Wide and overhead, and fold in. Soft knees. Take that spine back to standing in a way that's appropriate for you. Shoulders roll back. Okay, I'm nice and warm. All right, we're going to head down to all fours. So maybe make your adjustments if you need your camera to come down. We're going to get onto hands and knees. Take you right down. Voila. We should be good there. All right. I'm going to just stay facing you for a moment. You're welcome to stay as you are. All right, so first things first, stretch those fingers out. Give yourself a little side-to-side motion. So we know we're trying to keep our body weight forward. The goal here is to start heating up the muscles of the hands, wrists, forearms. Right? If they're going to support our body, we need to make sure that they're feeling up for the task. And then I want you to pause in the center. Think about the inner part of the elbow and look down and see that those are facing one another. And then I want you to turn them so they're facing forward in your room. So the elbows turn in and forward, in and forward, in and forward. Good. Sometimes I do have to look at them when I first start to get them moving. And as we tend to notice, whatever hand you're dominant in probably does feel a little less available, a little more rigid. All the more reason why we need to do this. So you could speed it up. Elbows in, forward, and we're just working on that lower arm rotation. Wonderful. Now we're just going to pick up the hands, give them a little shake, and then I want you to set them down so that the fingertips are facing your knees. So now you've exposed your forearms. Good. And from here, you can again go a little side to side, a little forward and back. Just note on this one, when you go back, it intensifies it. The opposite of where we started. So either direction, you're trying to put a little positive stress to help these areas loosen and stretch. Good, and then we'll just come off those hands, give them a quick little shake. Let those fingers be loose. Let the wrists be loose. Great. Okay, so down to the hands and knees. Here we go. We're gonna first go into a quick little cat-cow. So here's a nice mild way of getting around the spine. And now let your tail tip to the ceiling first, and then let your heart shine forward. We're gonna start with the tail again. Tuck the tail under, rounding the low back, then mid, then chin tucks, and we look at our thighs. And let's go the other way, tail tips up. Then the rest of the spine follows, heart reaches forward. Last one, tucking tail under. Ooh, this feels good. And coming up. And then back to center. Excellent. Okay, so we're gonna go opposite hand, opposite leg. So first I want you to lift a hand and a knee and then set them down. Lift the other hand and knee, set them down. So we're doing opposites. Right hand, left knee, left hand, right knee. You're just gonna go back and forth, lifting those opposite limbs. I feel sweat on the horizon. One more each way, and then find yourself to the middle. Now our goal is to keep our trunk perfectly still. So I picture I have a tray of beverages on my backside, and I do not want to spill an ounce. And I'm going to extend my right arm forward, and then bring my right arm back. Now extend your left arm forward, no spilling, and bring it back. Now let's switch to the lower extremities. Little different. Put some pressure into your right hand, left knee, and let your right leg slide back. Don't spill anything. You can do this sloppy all day long. Doing it correctly is hard. Put weight in your left hand, right knee. Don't let anything spill. Slide your left leg behind you. And back to center. You can hear my voice, I'm starting to shake. All right, we're gonna go opposite arm, opposite leg. Reach your right arm in front of you. Don't let anything spill. Reach your left leg behind you. Maintain that. Can your fingers and toes get a little further away from each other? And you're being very aware that you're not spilling your tray of beverages. And then draw them in. Don't spill, don't spill, don't spill, don't spill. Get on all fours. Extend left arm, right leg. Whoop. No spillage. Reach those toes and fingers further away from each other. Keep everything level. Draw those limbs in. Don't spill, don't spill, don't spill. Get those limbs back on the ground. One more right hand, left leg. Keep everything level. Reach toes and fingers a little further. And then draw those limbs in. Left hand, right leg. Reach toes and fingers. And then draw everything back in. Tuck your toes under behind you and just give yourself a little pumping back. So a little pump back into the feet. If you've had surgeries where your toes don't want to tuck this way, still go into the pumping action without the toe tuck, because it's wonderful for low back and it's great for our nervous system. Little pump, 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 pump. 3, 2, 1. Great. We're now going to go into a knee hover. So I want you to lift your knees 1 inch off the mat. Just enough to feel now you are working. Put them down. Exhale them up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Hold it there. Keep pressing firmly into the floor like you're trying to push it away from you with some fierceness about it. 3, you should be shaking. 2, and 1, and done. Lower your hips towards your heels. Let your elbows come down. Give your wrists a little twirl, a little shake. Right? They're doing a nice job there holding you up. Got to reward them. All right, so we're going to go back into that concept of having our tray on our backside. Make sure your knees are just a fist width apart. No spilling. Right arm, left leg. All right, no spilling the tray. Draw your left knee and right elbow underneath you and extend out. I picture my beverages there the whole time. And one more, opposites. And reach those fingers and toes away. Set the limbs down, don't spill. It's in those transitions where it tends to get sloppy. Extend, opposites. Hold those tray of beverages there, knee to elbow. And clearly I'm not touching, right? That would require my spine to arch. And we're trying to keep the tray there. So we're just drawing the limbs in and out, trying to maintain a flat back. Just our natural curves. One last one, reach those limbs out, 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 out. And don't spill. I remind myself, I almost tossed that tray right at the end. We're gonna flip on our backsides. So get turned over. And we're actually going to assume the same position. So where we just were was hands and knees. Now go hands up and knees up. If we flip the floor and the ceiling, I'm right back to all fours again. So I want you to think that through. For some of you, it's really handy to think that your hands and knees are glued to the ceiling. Now we're going to take the right arm behind us and extend the left leg away. And then coming back to center. Now it's left arm, right leg. And come back to center. I want you to keep going. Right arm, left leg. And then come back to center. Continue on. Opposites, reach. Now start thinking the tray of beverages we had on our back. Now you're going to place that on your front side. So imagine when you extend your limbs away, I don't want you to spill all your beverages towards your pelvis, right? Towards your legs. So you want to be really mindful that when your legs are going out, you're not then overarching your back and spilling everything. So opposite arm, opposite leg. Keep everything nice and steady in the midsection. Now, pause when you get one arm and one leg back. Is your other hand and knee still on the ceiling? A bunch of you just said no, because I can see that. Switch, so come back, all limbs on the ceiling. Extend an arm and leg back, keep the other two limbs on the ceiling. And then bring them back. So that's that right-left brain work, right? Alternate arm and leg, come back to the center, and alternate arm and leg. Come back to center. This position is called dead bug. Put those limbs down. Great, your hands are going to come behind your head. And we're going to just look for that tiny float here, folks. So little lift of the shoulder blades off of your floor and back down. Shoulder blades up, back down. It's so much, it's so little that the work instantly feels like it's going to be in your abdominals and not your neck. Because I'm not even allowing myself to come up high enough to really even gaze at my knees at this point. I'm just doing this little tiny bounce. Like again, there's almost a trampoline under my upper back. And I'm just peeling off of it, laying back on it. My eyes stay slightly forward, but at the ceiling. And just those little movements. It's almost like how small can you make it and still mimic a sit-up? And you're gonna feel it very nicely. Now, a little float up. So I'm just trying to get my upper shoulder blades off of the mat. And then all I'm gonna do is sway to one side and sway to the other. Kind of like I'm dusting my mat going side to side, but trying to keep my upper shoulders off. My head is pushing into my hands slightly. If that's a newer concept to you, really work with that. If you push your head back into your hands, your abs are gonna really fire. That's why that sit-up does not need to look big in order to get your abs. Onto the center, right leg in tabletop, left leg in tabletop. All right, push your head into those hands. Let your abs pick up your spine off that mat just a touch more. And we're going one leg out and switch and switch. Remember, your legs can reach to the ceiling. The higher they are, it's a bit more forgiving. Oh my gosh, my abs are on fire. And if you only knew all the things right over there on my scroll of items, I'm thinking, oh no. It must be because I found it on the first one, right? 4, 3, 2, 1. Toe taps, both of them, and up. Toe taps and up. Now, if you can keep your back steady, you could explore starting to let your legs go straight and bend back in. So as an option, it could go out and in, out and in. If that's annoying to your low back, or you don't feel like you can stay connected and not spill that tray, just do the toe taps like I'm doing. 3, 2, and 1. Set your feet down, come out of the curl. Now widen your feet the width of your mat, which includes your knees. Take your right hand to the ceiling. All right, so we're gonna keep this again pretty small here. Float the shoulder blades up and just reach your hand out in the same angle as your left knee. So I'm crossing over and then coming back. Now reach your hand through the knees. Again, staying in a very small sit-up. It's super effective. Push your head down and now come back. Now take your right arm out to the right side of the room, and as you slightly lift, reach for your right heel. And then coming back up. So we're gonna reach to the left knee and up. And reach through the knees, and then arm goes up. Now reach out to the side and to the heel. And then back. So curl towards the left knee and down, curl through the center and down, curl around to that right heel and coming back down, up to that left knee, and you're gonna stay. Little pulses, reach a little further. Just feel those muscles twitch, folks. You do not need to have a big spazzy, like leaning forward where your head's gyrating, right? I'm just letting my abs kick on. Kick on. Take my rib cage to my thigh. That's what I'm thinking. Right rib, left thigh. 3, 2, 1. Reach for the ceiling. Lift up, 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 up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach your arm behind you, out to the side, and then reach for that right heel and pulse. Reach, reach. Again, just feel that right side. Engage, engage. 4, 3, 2, 1, and back to center. Done. Your right hand is going behind your head. Your left hand is going up. Reach across to the right knee. And then reach up and through the knees or towards the ceiling. Open the arm out and reach for the heel. and back to the top. Right knee, center, around into the left heel, and back around. Right knee, center, and around to that left heel. One more time through. Right knee, center, back around to that left heel. One more time, starting with the pulse over at the right. Little lift, lift. Again, just feeling that twinge. Feel the muscles just working. This does not have to look big, and it's gonna feel hot, hot, hot. 3, 2, 1, and reach to the ceiling. Little lifts, lifts. My head is heavy in my right hand, so my right arm is really working too. Trying not to overdo it with the neck. Push down into the hand. Final one here. Reach around into the heel, and it's reach, 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 reach. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come to center. Oh, I say let's reach the arms and legs away. Ooh, did anybody feel that in their abs? A thumbs up is helpful for some feedback. Okay, I think that was successful. All right, reach those limbs. Good. Now cross your left leg over your right, and then grab your left wrist with your right hand. And now I want you to think of letting your whole upper body slide on the floor to your right, and you're just going to pull that left arm with your right hand. So you're reaching into that side bend. And then allow your trunk to come back to center. Cross right leg over left. Grab the right wrist, and then little side bend and pull that right arm. Give it a good stretch. And then back to center. And arms will come at your sides. Go ahead and bend those knees. Okay, so we are going to cross. My upper body is shaking, like from my waist up. Right leg, you're going to cross your ankle over your knee. And from here, we're just going to pick the hips up and put them down. So we're going to lift and lower. Now, I really want you to focus on your left heel. And I now want you to be also aware if you put your left foot smack in the middle to help push you up. Can you make sure your left foot is in line with your left hip? Up and down. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. 2 more. Last one. Stay right there. Now we're going to dip the right knee down, pick it up. Dip it down, pick it up. Dip it down, pick it up. Dip it down, pick it up. Last 2. And pick it up. Oh, lift your right leg to tabletop. We're going to go out to the side and back to the top. Reach it out to the side, back to the top. Keep pushing into that left heel. Woo! One more, out, around, and cross it over, down, up, lift, 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 lift. 3, 2, and 1. Take it all the way down. You're going to roll onto your left side, and you're going to be up on your left elbow. So feel free to turn around as needed to get yourself situated. All right, so from this position, we're going to bend the knees. This hand can be on the floor. Now watch what's going to happen. I'm going to take my left elbow so that it's underneath me. So I want to try to elevate this whole side of my rib cage. Good. All right, so knees are bent. This hand can be a nice balancer. You're going to push into this elbow that's directly underneath you and lift your hips up and down. So you're going to notice right away, if that elbow is too far away from you, you're just going to feel like it's all shoulder. It should feel like your left elbow is so right underneath you that it's just a really strong kickstand, and that you're getting the motion here in the waist and hips. 3, 2, Stay lifted for me. Straighten the right leg, bend it, put it down. Straighten it, bend it, put it down. Lift and straighten, bend it, put it down. One more. Lift and straighten, bend it, put it down, and lower down. Left hand goes to the floor. Straighten both legs. Top leg, you're gonna bend it and set it right in front. This feels kind of like a nice little hangout position. All right, so the focus is pushing the right foot down as well as the left elbow so that we again lift up and lift up, lift up. My right leg is bent and in front of my left. You could always look down at your left hand if you feel your neck needs a change of scenery. Last two. Last one. Push. Get up there. Keep pushing. I want you to feel your right inner thigh working. Little down, up. Push. Right foot. Push. Push. 3, 2, 1. Done. Slide that arm out straight and lengthen your legs. Right hand is just a light little kickstand here. You're going to take your right leg up and down. When you come to something like this you've done for a long time, it's like, oh, here's a coming home, right? It feels like a moment of reprieve. Short-lived, of course. Little lift and lower. Last two here. Lift, bend, lower. Straighten, 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 last one. Lift. Good, take the bottom leg up also. Now they're both going to bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. Keep them light and off the floor. Last two. Final one. Keep them bent and lower them down together. Now your front hand is going to push you right on up. So this hand's going to push into your mat. It's becoming not just right your kickstand, but literally what is going to keep you off the floor. So you're going to use it a lot more now. Right hand presses, left hand hugs the rib cage. Staying right here, I think, is success. If you are able to bend and straighten, go for it. But just staying is success. I like to straighten my legs and bend. Straighten and bend. If you're not moving, you're holding. Push. Either way, push away from that floor. 3. Oh, mercy. 2. Last one. Up, 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 up. Good. Slide that left leg on, left arm, excuse me, for support and bring yourself up. All right, let's take those legs. We're wrapping them around the right side. You can always sit with your legs out in front of you. I can see I'm a little chopped off, but it's fun. I'm not going to move it for just this one thing. There we go. I'll just move back a little bit. All right, legs are to the side. You're going to let your left hand go to the floor and just give yourself a big side stretch. And then I want you to turn, letting your right hand also come to the floor. You can widen your left one out a little bit. And then right arm comes back around and come up to tall. All right, so shift your weight back over, put that hand down. Now I do, ooh, this is gonna be a little sketchy. My rug is a bit slick. It's like having a glide under my hand. So I'm gonna scoot my touch that way. Hand is out there. Right arm is reaching out this way. You're gonna pick up the right leg. Pick up the right leg. It's staying bent for now. I know what some of you are now processing. We have a whole other side to do. And then the screens go blank. I'm just kidding. Lift, straighten, bend, lower. Lift, straighten, bend, lower. lift, straighten, bend, lower, lift, stay straightened. Now set that right foot on the floor. It's out there straight. Here we go. The trampoline is under your left hand. Can you get off of it? Can you get off of it? Right here is where all the work is. It's in the waist. Lift. You can bend, spring up, bend, spring up, bend, spring up. I'm using my arm, spring. Using my waist so I don't just topple over. 3, 2, 1, and bend the leg. Go right back into that stretch. Ooh, that feels lovely. Fabulous. Flip right on over, onto your backs. Hands and knees at the ceiling. Opposites, go. Opposites. You're crawling. Reach, reach, reach. One more each side, even yourselves out. Hands behind your head. Good, drop your feet wide. Lift your chest up and down, up and down, up and down. Last 3, 2, and 1. Take your right arm to the ceiling. We're going up, 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 up. Now reach your right arm all the way around inside bend. There's those waist muscles again. Go to your right heel and reach for it. Reach for it. Reach for it. Reach. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way around and now to the right. I'm sorry, left knee. Reach. 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 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come to the center. Switch hands. Left arm to the ceiling. Take it up and up and up and up. 4, 3. Push down with that head. And then take that arm out to the side into your left heel and reach, 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 reach. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All the way around. We go to the right knee, wrapping it up and reach, reach, reach. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come to center. Stay in your little float. Draw the feet and knees together. Pick them up. Single legs. We're just reversing out of how we did it the first time. Single legs. Reach, 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 reach. Now we go doubles. Remember, they can reach or they can tap. So tap or reach. 2 legs moving away from you. Head is heavy. Arms are working. Abs, could they take 1 more vertebrae off of your mat? 3, 2, 1. Legs go down, upper body goes down. Hands to your sides. Take your left ankle onto your right knee. Hips are going up and down. Now check in. I want your right heel to be in line with your right bum. We're not putting it in the middle. We're trying to work these muscles like we would need them in a walking or running position. And we do not walk or run on a tightrope, well, unless you're doing slackline, but we want to work in line with that hip. Last 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to dip that left knee down, so we're twisting at the waist and pick it up. Dip it down, 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 pick it up. Last 1, pick it up. Tabletop leg. Reach it out, around to the side, back to tabletop. Straight out, to the side, back to tabletop. Mind you, these circles can be a lot smaller, right? You don't have to straighten your leg. Keep pushing into that right heel. Ooh, I hope your right butt is on fire. Last 1. Around, put the ankle on the knee, down, up, down, up, down, up. 3, 2, and 1. And taking it down. You're going to go sideline on your right side. So I'm going to turn around so I can see you. And in this position, we're going to come up onto that elbow. So remember how the elbow was right underneath us. Ooh, okay. Trying to get that elbow there stable. All righty. So from this position, we're going to start taking that leg up and down. Up and down. So I just want you to feel, can you find balance there? Because it does feel different side to side. I always have to finagle a little bit more on this one. Okay, everyone looks good. So go ahead and bend your knees. We'll come back to that. All right, kickstand is there. Pick the hips up, put them down. Up, put them down. What you're gonna recognize is you have to think, lighten, lighten. You can't think reach your butt to that far wall because you'll keep moving off of your shoulder. So just think light hip, light hip, light hip. Last 3, 2, last 1. Straighten those legs. Good, take that top leg, bend it, put it in front. We're gonna take that hand to the floor. Here we go, push into that left foot. Lift up, down, up, down. Really push into your left heel. I still want that buttock working. Push, push. 3, 2, mercy, and 1. Take it down. Everything goes long. Slide that arm out. We'll go to those simple leg lifts here. Also just giving our shoulders a break, right? Keep the leg hot. Give the shoulders a moment. All right, lift it, bend it, put it down. Straighten, lift, bend, lower. Straighten, lift, bend, lower. Straighten, lift, bend, lower. Straighten, lift, bend, lower. Last one, straighten, lift, stay there. Pick up that bottom leg also. Bend both, straighten both. Bend both, straighten both. I'm assuming you're all using your kickstand in front of you. I don't know, we could try to take your left hand to the ceiling. Lot more trunk and core, right? And maybe a face plant or 2. Last one, reach those legs long and set them down. Big breath. All right, bend those knees. Press yourself up. All right, the goal here is for that left arm to hold you. Right arm is gonna hug you. Maybe you go down and up. Maybe you just hold right here. Down and up or hold, right? We're working right here. You could do straighten, bend if you want variety with the legs, or hold it. Everybody's playing 5 more counts. Whether you're bending or holding, count down, and then you may lower. We're all kind of going at different paces, and that is absolutely to be accepted. Oh, and then push all the way up, and come into your mermaid position. Whew. Those are not easy. All right, legs are out in front. Good. All right, so let's just first go into our side stretch, which will feel mighty good. I'm gonna get my mat under my hand here so I don't slip. And then rotate. Can you bring your left arm also and twist your chest towards the floor? Ooh, that feels really good in my upper back, upper mid back. And then bring your left arm back over. Now remember, we're gonna slide this right hand out. So we're at a bit more of a lean. The goal is to be able to lift that bent left leg. So lift and lower, lift and lower. It also could just be a clamshell where your foot stays, but you rotate the knee open. Either one of those, great for that hind end. Nice job. Can you lift, reach, bend, lower, lift, reach, bend, lower, lift, reach, bend, lower. One more, lift, reach, bend, and lower. Now bend the right arm, jump up, jump up. So yes, the arm is jumping off the tramp, but there's that moment, right, where there's some hang time, and that's the waist. You can do this with the legs straight if you want. I can already tell you this hip flexor of mine gets spicy, so I'm going to keep my left leg back. You can straighten it if that feels like a better fit. Or lean further, right? You could lean out more with your arm. That would make a difference too. Reach. Woo! 3, 2, 1. And mermaid it over for a stretch. You can even add that little twist if that feels best. And then I just want you to get both hands on the floor. Get yourself right on the hands and knees. Widen those knees out and just sit yourself back into a child's pose. Let your right arm dive underneath your left armpit. We call it threading the needle. So find that little twist. Take a couple good breaths into your back. Ooh, that left side, breathe into that. And then draw that right arm back out. Dive the left arm under. And then coming back up. So we're going to go into all fours. We'll be in a standing position for just a short phase, so I'm not going to adjust the camera, and you don't need to either. So toes are tucked under. Find that knee hover. One more time. Pike those hips up, sending your rear into the sky. Let your right knee bend, and then your left. So we're just walking the dog. And then we're going to walk our hands toward our feet. If you need to come to your knees, you can. And then here we are in that bent position. We were here before. And now bring yourself to standing, whether it's a rounded back or a flat back. Do what's best for you. Inhale, arms overhead. Head right back down. Hinging at the hips. Stretching the back of the hamstrings. And walk your hands out to a plank position. Find yourself all the way out in plank. You're going to take a breath in and out. One more. Breath in and out. And lower yourself down. You may use your knees or just your arms. And coming all the way down. Good. Flip over onto your back sides for me. We're going to go through a little body check today from bottom to top. And so let yourself just come into what feels like, a position where you're going to allow your heart rate to come down. I mean, this is not instant. Okay, release, right? We're going to have to breathe through this. So just let your arms and legs open like you're in that star pose. And I just want you to start inhaling through the nose very intentionally and exhaling out your mouth. A lot of you would have been doing this already throughout the movement, but as we know, sometimes we will hold our breath if we're thinking really hard about something, for instance. So right now, we're just going to be very intentional that we feel the cool air come in through the nose and exhaling out our heat, because we're now using our natural systems to cool the body. Inhale through the nose, exhale out the mouth. You have permission to lay however you need to. Maybe a pillow underneath your knees would be lovely. Maybe you want to prop up your shoulders and head slightly. This is for you, so make yourself comfortable, please. Continue that inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Let that heat go. One more. Inhale. Big breath out. Now let's take that intentional breath into our bellies. So as you inhale, fill the tummy. Let it rise as best you can. And exhale, let it fall. Inhale, filling the belly. And now I just want you to return to what feels like a more natural breath. And go ahead and just wiggle those toes and fingers, maybe the ankles and the wrists. And then just let them hang from the extremities. So taking this time to check in that in this position, right, our body is supported by the earth. So this is not a place where we need to feel that anything is turned on to create a certain shape in the body, right? We turned on muscles to maybe open our arms and legs. We moved our wrists and our ankles, and then here we are, right? We're now in this position. No musculature needed to maintain this. So I want you to be aware of the backs of your legs, your heels, your buttocks, and just take note of just where you're touching and that those areas are fully anchored. And then feel where your spine is touching. You probably have a gap in your lower back. And then we have a gap at our neck. And then we feel the back of the skull touching. So feeling where the skull is on the floor, let's recruit a few muscles. And then let's just let our nose go side to side. So you're going to feel the area of contact change on the head. And then coming to a place that feels like center. Now, could we let our nose come down towards our chest? We're kind of giving ourselves multiple chins. And then we're lifting the nose up towards the wall behind us. And I'm just maintaining my eyes closed to just really connect inwardly. So the nose goes up and down. And again, we feel that connection to the floor and the skull changes, where it's touching, where the pressure is. And then could we find a spot right in the middle of those two planes of movement? Feel the backs of your arms and your hands connected to the earth. I'd like you to relax the space behind your ears, between your eyes, and let your tongue fall from the roof of your mouth. Just let yourself continue to use the pattern of breathing that best suits your body, coming to its fullest relaxation. And feel the sense of heaviness, that your body can be heavy here as it's supported. In the next breath or two, why don't you roll to one side and just bringing your knees up towards your chest. And you can support your head with your hands or a pillow. Your eyes can stay closed. I want you to think of taking the breath in like it's going to enter you right from between the shoulder blades.
Oh, let that just seep into your back. And as you exhale out the mouth, letting it go from the front. And that energy circles around and you inhale it into your back. And you exhale out the front. So we pull it in from the back. We receive from the back. We exhale and give from the front. As you continue with that feeling of that circular breath coming in through the back and out through the front, I want you to think of breathing in a word, something that would be useful to you today. And as you exhale, maybe you can think of a word that you have to give that could be useful to others today. So I want you to breathe in what you need. And I want you to feel like on your exhale, you're exhaling what you have to give. Hope everyone has a great day.